Hey guys, it's me again, Yhatsz22 Gaming, and welcome back to my stream. So let's continue playing Final Fantasy 16 we're in the part 9. Part 9! And guys, if you are new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe and give me a thumbs up, okay? Really help my channel a lot, so thank you for that. Oh, it was yesterday, but I can't beat it. Dragon's too strong, man. I have to do something about that guy, but I'll deal with him later. Let's do something else then. Let's do some quests first. Let's do this. Hey everyone. How's your evening? I hope everything's okay. What happened here? Hey, what's up? What's up, homie? There's a new item in the shop. Let's take a look at it.
My shop?
Okay. Okay. Someone's watching.
Did you see that?
Stop.
Tell me you saw
Like
that.
this one. Stop. Oh. Wow. Look. Stop, homie. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, that one. Yeah, I can beat this guy. What's up?
How may I help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts?
Oh, nice. I need that.
All yours.
All mine,
Best of
baby.
luck out there, Sid.
Wala ka na naman magawa, ah.
Fucking thieving bastards. My
Calm
shop.
down, guy. Come on.
Why would anyone?
If I had my pickaxe, I would.
Oh my
There's a new item here.
finest pieces. All that hard work.
Snow,
Good day,
go
my
sleep. Platinum. I don't need that. Nothing new here. That's a new one? Ah, damn, man.
Go with Gilbert.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Come on.
Mummy,
Pasaway ka
I'm
talaga.
scared.
Talaga nga naman. Who's online? Who's online? Oh, my brother-in-law.
Oh, I'm ruined.
Sid, your new
Let's eat
companion
something.
appears much more formidable than your uncle.
Oh, yeah.
Should
That's
I be
it.
worried? You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago. Any idea where they went? The desert's a big place. Your
Yum
guess
yum.
is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalimil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the desert hare has
You had your
limits.
dinner now.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard. Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Human second dinner. No, you had enough. Pasaway ka ha. Ba?
You wouldn't talk like that if it had
Demanding
been
ah.
your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood. It's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the
Ba?
bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food
Pasaway
and
ah.
supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandit's ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what
I
happens
hear
when
you.
they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
You had your dinners now. Go sleep now.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Ba?
Sid. And Lady Jill. What
Oh,
brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Go to sleep.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles.
So,
He thought
wala
I
ka
might be
na
able to
magawa,
talk
no?
some sense into these
Sorry.
fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costness. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness.
Demanding
An
ah.
entire city,
Demanding
for
ah.
that matter.
Ba?
We're still working on the skies. But in the
Demanding
meantime,
tong pasaway na to ah.
perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Gusto mo ilagay kita sa box? Pasaway ka ah. Hey, more. Ewan, nom-nom ka dyan. Pasaway ka talaga.
So, you see my predicament? What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could
Ewan,
set the
nom-nom.
entire town alight. My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to
Ba?
protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as
Pasaway.
long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Well, if it were my namesake,
Pasaway. Mo
he'd
ba?
let them choose for themselves
Ba?
and be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for
A recipe for
disaster.
disaster is precisely what it is. But
Ba?
perhaps
Magkakampi
that
pa kayo ah.
realization
Pares kayong
would be
pasaway.
enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal,
Ni-spam na
it
tong
may
pa.
still be
Ano ba?
possible to make them doubt their own.
Sira ulo tong...
before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources
Basta
and
why?
save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well... Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
Sure. Let's go. Go watch your K-drama. Snow. Go back to sleep. Saway.
Picture it, Conrad.
Ba?
Ah, here she is.
It's-
The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no.
Okay, go. Go
That
watch.
there aren't any men left to hire.
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us
Thank you,
Red Wings.
baby. Go enjoy
You know
your
of the
movie.
7 high houses.
We'll
There
eat
must
later.
be 2 score swords assigned each one.
Peace out.
Granted, we have a few boys left.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend
Peace
this
out.
town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
Come on. You're gonna die.
I can't
Oh, this
believe
guy's
it
gonna
actually
die, man.
worked.
Conrad's not what you called the brightest candle in the crypt.
You're
And there's
gonna
a
die.
reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
You're gonna die. Let's go the other side of the map.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy
Hello.
something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more
Everyone.
bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it.
Good.
But you needn't have gone through this charade.
What a liar.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
No, I didn't say it was good. Merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Okay.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Don't be scared, little lady. Don't be scared.
Good news, Sid. Both
What's the
Conrad
news?
and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to...
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
Ain't
I
ain't
have a
good.
favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
Okay. Let's go.
The womenfolk have come to welcome us.
Really?
I'll take that one.
He's all yours.
Come on. You think you can't kill me? Ooh. What's up? What's up?
To overwhelm us.
Nope. Oh, you think you can? Ooh, you're gonna die, man. You're dead. Ooh. Ooh. Nope. You're gonna die now. Hoo hoo hoo. Mecha. I forgot about this. You're dead. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
The townspeople.
I don't hear any fighting.
That we should hurry.
Let's go. What now?
Natalie. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved Dalimil.
Good.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that visitors from the desert won't be joining us either.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act. I'll take that as a compliment.
Good. 800 more and then I could level up. What's next? Let's do this. Yeah.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
But all our beds are taken.
Anything catch your eye?
We'll see. Nah.
Very well.
My brothers. Shh, don't try to talk.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight.
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Let's go.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
We'll see.
More.
Let's get going.
You don't think they've abandoned us?
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Not a chance.
Come on.
What happened here? Where's the enemy?
Clive, wounded.
Ooh.
We deal with the Akashic first.
Hey, the bird, man. Stay down. There's more.
All yours, Torgal.
Yeah.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you.
Okay, there's another fight. Thought that was it. Let's go and find him. Right? Not gonna save him.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels, and they got wounded with them. They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
And it's not for that. I can take care of them by myself. Not alright way.
My brothers. Shh, don't try to talk.
Mad dogs. The law of them.
Let's go. What's up, Torgal? How you doing? Hey. Oh, someone died, man. Is he going to
Squire,
die?
I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade!
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Oh! Ninja turtle!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
Sure.
can certainly try.
It's me.
Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
What the hell? Nope. 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 Look at that damage! God damn! There's more! And you're going to die. I'm not letting you live. Told you. Woo! Is that all you're gonna give me?
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill
Let's
and I
go.
will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
You don't have to. I'll take care of them.
Just patch me up as quick as you can and get me back out there. My brothers need me.
Oh. Sneaking, huh?
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready. Well, well.
You're dead.
Something's coming.
There's more.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
dead. See? Told you, you don't need to come.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
What? You're not gonna give me something? Come on. Good. What? 0 ability points? Come on, man. The hell is this?
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew. Well, go on, then. It's not for me to ask him. Yes. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
What?
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then. Last one here. Things fall apart.
First we find Isabel.
What do you sell?
And what can I do for you? And a fine day to you.
Got a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far
I
side
saw
of the
it
wall.
with my own eyes. The whole of Oriflamme under a flood.
Then we're next.
I can't do it. I can't. But you can.
Hello.
My lord, my lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about...
Then we'll look for her there.
Let's go.
We could leave. But where? The two soldiers were carrying another. He didn't have any legs.
There's a lot of soldiers here.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
You better.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors.
Don't leave me, Pa.
You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
But my family...
It's all right.
I'm sorry, darling.
Hello.
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, They came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
That thing, it took off the captain's head before we could even draw his steel.
Let's go. Let's go. Fly.
Look.
I see them. With me. Stay down.
Should I prime?
No. Save your strength.
New enemy again.
It's over.
You're dead. Told you. Yeah.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Why are you looking at me, my lady? Huh?
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one. And that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again.
Sure. Pay me. I don't work for free. Some ability points. Oh, nice. Good.
Our friends seem to have things under control.
Okay. There.
For now, at least.
I'm good for
Let's
now.
go put Otto's...
Good for now.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
What will it be today? How may I help you today? Thus ends today's lesson.
Hello, Otto.
Was wondering
Otto,
when
Otto.
you'd turn up. Had ours from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Yes, it's
Luck,
me.
I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystals, the nations are still in chaos, and the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on.
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
Okay, let's go.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. It is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him, before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Ty had told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a
I'm
question
cold.
for the map. Look
Let me
here.
get my jacket.
This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Taya not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you.
I'll look after him.
Oh, doing your quest now again, huh? Let's hunt this guy first. Let's get this guy. I can kill him yet, but maybe later. What? Oh, it's not unlocked yet. I can't do anything about that. Might as well do the sub quest first. Let's go.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Let's do this one.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, all their fancy silk.
There's nothing here though. Oh, the other side.
Will we ever see the sun again?
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
Taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Miradol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions.
Excuse me.
Spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
It's not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Good.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Miradol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Miradol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
Hold on.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
You saw what?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Ability points? Come on. I don't need no damn money. I need ability points.
Blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favourites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the...
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates, and if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Let's...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very colour of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Sure. Can't go out. The hell?
It seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
I have to do something else.
What am I gonna do?
Is everything all right, Goot? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble.
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some folk saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fun, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'd never give your tongue a lashing, though.
Don't worry.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she said.
Of course. Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade, then? Both?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half?
Just asking. All right. I'm here because I was told that...
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploit?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world, but that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past...
Oh, well, I knew Nan wasn't caught up in outback. But why would people say she was?
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil, so that's where I'm going. Alf?
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, but that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I can't go out, man. Okay. Have to do the main quest first.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, all their fancy silk stained red.
Rutherford. Where would he be at Martha's Rest?
Too bad I can't do nothing. Have to go here first.
It's like a dream.
There you go. Let's do this one first.
But there were ghosts at the gates not days ago.
You needn't fret. The creatures have been killed. You heard the herald.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot. This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
There's the other one.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe.
My lord
Hello.
Marquis, is that... It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, Chief Steward of your Lord Uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your Lord Uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your Lord Uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues.
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times even that may not prove sufficient.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
We've a hard time putting this.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
Are the bad men going to come back?
The gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps.
Let's go. Run like the wind. Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us...
I already told you.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you'll wear.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank...
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republic.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
I really like this ability.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make it, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free. Only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so...
What of the Fist's central command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria.
I'll find a caravan heading... you won't mind if I borrow one?
Not at all. Now, to find if he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay up. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper Huss.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalimil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so. Now, if that's all...
Sorry to have kept...
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you...
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but...
You too, Goots.
gentlemen of the town guard are a strapping bunch. Perhaps.
What a mess.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our hands.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it?
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to die a slow death, boys. He's all yours. But that sword is...
Really? Okay then.
Leave now and we could pretend this didn't happen.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He
Unless I
only
kill you
wanted that
first.
bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. Then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone. Before I
Why?
change my mind.
Kill him.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty pig!
Stop calling me names and stop spreading them horrible lies about
Well, that will be easy, for they are not lies. Every last word is true.
Look,
Goose, are you...
he's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime. Goots, was it? Only with your employer. Run along now. You...
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't. Promise me you won't hurt her. Or I'll kill you myself!
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shitter, though it was just Bogan. But I thought the years might have taught you some sense. But I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault! And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goose, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs, you remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And now, it's time to collect.
God damn, this old woman, man.
Sorry to keep you wait.
Is he?
Dead? No. It's an easy going through life, one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same route. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge, so I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due, but he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? But what if he...
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough, but something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough...
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
All these side quests, man.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach. Visit the Vale. Tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall.
Faster!
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still...
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their...
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be put... Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly, and we must work.
As it is mine.
There's no ability points.
Nothing like a dish of...
I'm sorry, Nat. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not. You've always been me right eye, and I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again. And you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back.
Of course.
Stop it. You make me want... I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Seems the hideaway's lost its app.
So?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to...
There you go. Cook.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb. No.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, now then. You stay, let's hope these grand old chefs of yore.
Oh, that looks nice.
And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honour than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
That looks good. The hell?
So, not.
What witchery is the crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet it is the peak. It is a tour de force. A force of nature even. A maelstrom of flame.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking.
Decent. It's remarkable. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and...
I'll give it some thought.
All these side quests, but they don't give me the damn experience points for my ability. God damn, man. What a waste.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
You mean run?
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it. The echoes have a will of their own.
Run! I don't need to kill these guys.
Tell us about Yhatsz, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
I do. Where are you off to now, then? Bound for the Free Cities, perhaps? Oh, no need to say if you'd rather not. We all have our reasons. Ain't exactly feeling like sharing with strangers myself at the mo. Truth be told, I could do with a bit of inspiration. Don't know which way to turn no more. Was doing a roaring trade back in Oriflamme. Right up until the poor Drake lost her noggin. So, thought I'd try me luck in the desert. And the Fang went the same way. And don't get me started on the mess in the bloomin' Dominion. Suppose I could try Camber next. But knowing my luck, the old place be crawling with the works before I'd even sat out me stall. As I always say, where there's crisis, there's opportunity.
You're injured. What happened here? Where...
It swallowed our camp. My own men did this. There's a village not far from here. It's... We can't let those...
I'll go.
Thank you.
Rest well, so.
Let's go.
You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Okay.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Hello.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it.
Well, thank you very much.
You seem...
You must have me confused with someone else.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there. In Kosnis when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith when you...
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward!
Fine.
Let's go.
For Tyson!
You're in no fit state to fight.
And this should be easy for you.
For what? The sins of your master. You and I.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw.
Man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. Just know that I will find you, Sid.
Come on.
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Back to the stables, girl.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
How do you sell?
Are you buying or selling? Of course. Come again.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yhatsz, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yhatsz has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yhatsz. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yhatsz and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed Knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite. How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this
intrusion. What is the meaning of this? A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic.
He's going to kill you. He's gonna kill you.
He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools. Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
That's Odin. I told you. He's gonna kill you.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Yhatsz. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Everyone is dead.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apodatory meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it. Like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yhatsz of the lake?
By all means.
Yhatsz, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yhatsz.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you.
Side quest again. Never-ending side quest, man.
Deeply.
God
And I
damn.
heard, which is why I had to let her go.
Who among you is bold enough to... Is that blade for hire, perchance?
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, yes, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. That an elder dread Evis are aggressive beasts, compelled as they are to acts of violence.
How do you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. Bring me that beast's skin, and I will share with you the bounty of our combined labor.
Sure.
All right. Of course, leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint at Tovany, I eagerly await your safe...
Skin trade. All the way there? Are you? Okay.
Ready, go?
Yeah! All right. Don't get surrounded.
You deserve a rest.
Company.
Old he may be, but of a but there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
You're dead. Okay, let's go.
Here's your hide.
I worried you might never return. Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must join me as my honored partner. With my means and...
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy.
Very well. Though I believe fate had... Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business.
There's no ability points.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
You...
Old man.
Finally. No one was...
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word.
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished, and in my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. The answers I seek lying just be. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the...
Sure.
Climb the stair.
And memorize a few inscriptions for... some courteous soul is rumored to have carved... 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed, namely, the otherwise undocumented origin.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest.
How are those new boots treating you?
They're fantastic. Soft as phoenix down, but tough as boiled. No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was? I don't like it.
Nor do I, dearie. In all my long years.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes to Dad.
Not a scratch on them.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Recent quarry's been hard to find since the sky's turned.
It has indeed. Can't blame the beasts for being on edge.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Forget it already.
The engravings were in good repair,
Oh, would that I could have come. Don't tease me now. Let's start with the engraving to...
The great... that's... Guardians of the Crystal. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were just... but, whatever. The...
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone, or...
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor. This is proving most enlightening.
Children of the Hunters.
Sun worship?
I could have sworn it. Children of the Hunters. Now, that's all three.
And so, we add primitive 3 engravings. One for each of the 3 guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last, but little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots, nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many.
Let's go down now.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches will bring down the price.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yhatsz is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you, if there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities under siege? Good girl.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them.
This might take a while.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
There's a new side quest again.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy. Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled.
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in this city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.
Oh, I've seen this. Where you get your farm, right?
All right, Torgal. Let's find them.
Okay, guys. And I think that might be it. That's it for today's stream. And I hope you like my stream. And guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. We'll see you again tomorrow. Have a good night, guys. Bye.